What is going on, guys? Sway back with another video. It's been like over a year or something since I've uploaded. I have no schedule, as you guys could tell, because I don't know what the fuck to upload, let's be fair. Like, but yeah, back here with another video. May the 4th passed a couple days ago, and I'm pretty sure we're all bored in this, what's going on in the world, so why not just make a video where I rate these all 9 Star Wars movies. A lot of you may not know, but I'm a really big Star Wars fan. All my friends will say I'm like obsessed with this shit, like fucking jerk off to or some bullshit. But yeah, here we got movies 1 through 9 and the Clone Wars movies, Solo and Rogue One. Gonna be reviewing them with these 5 categories. A being top notch, like this movie is the shit. B being like good. C is being like okay, it's not too good, it's not too bad. D being bad, and E being just straight up trash, dog shit. So we're gonna get started with Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace. Honestly, I say this movie, it's not bad. It gets a lot of hate, to be fair. But it does have its points. It does have its points where it's like, okay, once you get past the part with the race, the movie's like, it's okay, because of the fight. The fight makes up for the movie. The fight with Qui-Gon Jinn and Obi-Wan against Darth Maul, like that is like probably like the pinnacle of the movie, and I'm pretty sure everybody could say that about it. So in comparison with the other movies, I'm not gonna say it's dog shit because it's not that bad. Like there are some enjoyable moments, but it's just not. It's bad though. Next up, we got Star Wars: Attack of the Clones. This movie in the same category, I say, just a little bit better though, because we got more stuff going on besides all like the sappy stuff. Like it was okay. Again, this was part of like the prequel movie, so it does get shit on a lot, but it was an okay movie. Especially with the fight scenes with Count Dooku and against Anakin and Obi-Wan, how they both get shit on, and then Yoda has to come in and save the day. Like, but besides that, like, just the whole buildup of it, it's okay. It's bad though. The Clone Wars movie. Some of you are gonna hate me. I think it's pretty bad though. I know it's the beginning. It's them introducing characters. Yeah, they introduce like Asajj Ventress, like brilliant fucking character. But and I know it's just a story. It's not even like they're just building it. It's just they're building up to these characters for the series. I get that, and it's just one story, right? Like the story gets like forgotten about later. It's just one of those Clone Wars stories, and I get that. But like in like the grand scheme of things, compared to all these other movies, and for what it is, I mean it's okay as like being animated and stuff like that, but it's not that good. I did not enjoy watching that movie. Next up, we got Revenge of the Sith. This obviously God tier, definitely going number one up on the list here in the A category. This movie is like the best thing that's ever come out of humanity. Like this movie is just on some next level shit. Like no words can describe how good this movie is. I'm like mind blown at how amazing this movie is. And obviously, as you can tell, it's my favorite. A lot of other people's favorite. Some people say maybe Empire Strikes Back is better. Empire Strikes Back ain't got shit on this, all right? Like I'm gonna get a lot of hate for that, but I don't care. Revenge of the Sith is better. Not throwing shade at Empire Strikes Back though. Because that is what made Star Wars Star Wars. But give me a break, man. Next up, we got Solo. Solo was okay. I think it was okay. It was, it was Han Solo. How he got his last name. Solo. How he met Chewie, and then with the Darth Maul appearance at the end, which is insane. But I know when I saw the movie, I was getting goosebumps over that shit. Like that was just well made in general. Like shit, it's gonna stay. It's not now with the whole plot of the movie. It's okay. It's not amazing, but like it's just a side story. So and it did get shit on. It did not do good in the box office. So I think that was a little hard on it, but it's gonna stay right there at a C. Next up, we got Rogue One. Rogue One is gonna be in the good category. I'm surprised. I've only seen this movie like once, and I thought it was amazing. I thought this shit was so good. I'm surprised I haven't watched this shit more than once. This movie is like everything Star Wars is, leading up to Episode 4, how they got the plans to the Death Star. It's just, and without all the Disney bullshit where they like fuck it up with like a joke that just ruins the moment. Like, no, this movie, and it was made by Disney. And surprisingly, they did amazing with this. I wish the sequel trilogy was as good as this movie, but it's not, sadly. Next up, Episode 4, right there, right behind Rogue One. I know a lot of people would be like, how the fuck is Rogue One better than... How is a side story better than any episode of the original trilogy? But... And they're both... Episode 4 is good, but I just think Rogue One is just slightly better. Episode 4 is the beginning of it all. I literally have a fucking poster of Episode 4 right there on my wall, but you can't see it. But it's just slightly better. That's all I gotta say. There's nothing else. But still, amazing. Literally, they like... The whole concept of Star Wars just brought in Episode 4, and it's like it's insane how big Star Wars is now. So that's why, you know what? For the sake of it, I'm gonna make 4 better than Rogue One, just because it's just the beginning of it all, you know. So next up, we have Empire Strikes Back. Empire Strikes Back is godly. It is in the god tier, but Revenge of the Sith beats it. Just by a little bit though. By a little bit though. Here we got Return of the Jedi, Episode 6. Another amazing movie. I think personally this movie is pretty god tier. It's literally the end of the original trilogy. And I know people would say it's probably the worst of the 3, but I think this movie is better than, at least better than 4. It's not better than Empire Strikes Back because not gonna lie, the first half is a little boring. Especially with they got some random dancing shit going on in the beginning with fucking Jabba the Hutt or some bullshit. And they bring, this is also one of the things I don't like about this movie. They bring Boba Fett. Boba Fett looks like this fucking badass. He's got his fucking Mandalorian suit on. He just looks badass. And then he fucking dies. Like, that fucking easily. He just kind of wasted. Kind of like what they did to Darth Maul. You know, Episode 1. Fuck. Episode 1. You know, how Darth Maul was just wasted completely. Like, oh my fucking shit. Literally, like, wasted. Like, he could have been, like, this badass shit. But then he fucking died in The Phantom Menace. And then it's like, sure, Clone Wars does do him some justice, and it does. You know, he's like this amazing character everybody loves, but yeah. Oh, going back, fucking got off track, but going back to Return of the Jedi, it's just a little less than Empire Strikes Back. Just by a little. Here we got the sequel trilogy with Episode 7, The Force Awakens. Not bad. I think better than Solo though. It was good. Better than Solo though. It was not amazing. Actually, no, I lied. It was okay. It was okay. It was like, it's just a remake of Episode 4. It's like the Starkiller Base. Like, really? It's literally just a copy of Episode 4. Like, they didn't do anything that different. Just another Death Star, really. But okay, it was okay. Next up, we got the worst fucking movie in the whole saga, The Last Jedi, because they introduced the fucking worst character, the most pointless character in the whole saga, Rose. Fucking Rose. Like this character is just, she just used, I despise her. Not the actor. I'm sorry you had to play that role. I'm sorry you had to play such a useless role, but Yeah, just a waste of space character. And the fact, and they did Luke dirty in this movie. They did him so dirty. Like he's just a slob. He's a fucking hobo in this movie, man. Like like what happened to Luke Skywalker? Like it's terrible. Hate it. Last but not least, we got Star Wars Episode 9, The Rise of Skywalker. This movie holds just a special place in my heart. Just because they did a lot of justice with this one. When especially the scene when Luke Skywalker's like a Jedi's weapon should be treated with more respect or something along those lines. And it just did justice from The Last Jedi where he just threw the fucking lightsaber like it was nothing. Like really? So I'm putting it ahead. Oh shit. I'm putting it ahead of Episode 4 and Rogue One in the good category. Because this movie, I'm being really biased because I really like that movie. Sure, it's not perfect. A lot of it doesn't make any sense. And it is pretty fast paced in the beginning. It's not the best, but I love it for what it is. I like it for what it is. Sure, it could have been better, but it's not that bad. It's acceptable. I think that's gonna conclude this ranking. There's my official ranking of all the Star Wars movies. Leave your comments and concerns in the comments below. Thanks for watching and peace.